ज्योति स्टेनो टाइपिंग कॉलेज में आप सभी का स्वागत है बच्चों। ये है आपकी डिक्टेशन नंबर 105। वेबसाइट पे इसको लगा दिया गया। जो भी बच्चा वेबसाइट पे जा करके अब टाइप करके अपनी एक्यूरेसी जानना चाहता है, मिस्टेक्स क्या हुई हैं, तो वेबसाइट का जो लिंक है डिस्क्रिप्शन में भी दे रखा है। डिक्टेशन स्टार्ट आफ्टर 5 सेकेंड। Mr. Chairman, thank you for giving me the opportunity to participate in the debate on the appropriation bill. Sir, while we debating on this important matter, there are only 15 members in the House. What I feel is that in such important matters and when such important bills are passed, more participation by the members should be ensured. At the same time, more time should be allowed in such matters. Sir, it is really a sad thing that today we have seen an announcement that the bearer bonds scheme is going to be suspended with effect from tomorrow evening, that is from 30th April evening. The implication is that after the Supreme Court case is over, there may be a chance that it will be revived again. But there is something wrong in accepting failures for such schemes. Today I was going through the estimates committee's report. They have found fault even with the two previous voluntary disclosure schemes, and they have even suggested to the government that the persons who have once declared themselves under the two earlier voluntary disclosure schemes should not again be given the opportunity to declare and participate in this scheme. Perhaps the same thing is what they would say about this bearer bonds scheme later on when they review this scheme in the course of their activities. There is something wrong if the scheme does not succeed, but the ministry should try to learn a lesson from this. They should go behind this and see why this scheme has not been successful. What is the catch? The catch here in this particular scheme is that if anybody is found evading taxes later and is found suppressing his income, then that cannot be linked up and he cannot claim immunity if he says that he has purchased bearer bonds with that money. So the point is, if you really want to flush out the parallel economy and bring it into the mainstream, you should give such incentives in such a way that once and for all the country can get rid of the parallel economy. The Honorable Finance Minister, while intervening in the debate in the other house, he has talked about raids. I have seen the report, and in this connection, it is my duty to point out something, and I hope the minister will take note of my suggestion. The persons who are raided come to the political brokers who seem to be plenty in this country. They negotiate with power, and ultimately everything turns out to be just some sort of a midsummer night's dream. That is all. The persons who are raided, of course, get the publicity in the papers, may be good or bad publicity. But in the end, these people go to the settlement commission, which will take 10 to 20 years to settle their cases. The result is that all the raids prove to be a farce. That is what I wanted to say about tax raids conducted by the government. Mr. Vice Chairman, I rise to speak on the finance bill with sadness in my heart, sadness because a splendid opportunity has been lost by the government to give the much needed boost to the economy of the country. That the economy was poised for rapid growth is known to students of Indian economy, and that we need this rapid growth of the economy very badly also cannot be denied. The obstacle in the way, unfortunately, has been the policy of the government on the economic front, and the last budget has proved that the government has not taken any lesson from its past mistakes and has not changed its policies which would bring about the desired growth in the economy and allow us to reach the goal of eradication of poverty in this country in as short a time as possible. Sir, the budget is a clever exercise in presenting what is good for the ruling party as being good for the country. The Prime Minister claims to have provided new incentives for savings and investment, but what exactly are the cold and hard facts? The high and constantly rising prices to save or invest in any appreciable scale, it is only the upper crust of the middle class which has any ability to save, and it is precisely against this section that the axe of income tax has been repeatedly wielded, eroding to a considerable extent savings and private investment on the high sounding plea of social justice, but in reality, in a bid for cheap popularity. The Prime Minister has sharply increased the rates of income tax on slab of income having any substantial saving or investment potential, and yet she would have us believe that her budget is generally concerned with the promotion of savings in the community. The quantum of savings is determined by the ability to save as well as the willingness, but sadly enough, neither their ability nor this willingness is likely to be stimulated in personal taxation. Sir, before I go any further, I would like to discuss a little about the current theory which the government subscribes to about taxing at a very high rate incomes above a certain level. It is said that above a certain level of income, the saving cannot be that of the individual but must be that of the community. The community must be benefited by the higher income above a certain level, but what exactly happens? What happens is that above the certain level that is fixed by the government, the savings of the community are diverted to the coffer of the government, but in the process, the community does not benefit because these savings of the individuals, which become tax collections in the hands of the government, are unfortunately squandered away on public sector projects of the government which do not yield either proper return on the capital employed or even the desired production. इस क्लास में इतना ही बच्चों, नमस्कार बच्चों।